Good morning, children. Welcome back once again. In our previous class, we discussed about how we can demonstrate that oxygen is liberated or evolved during photosynthesis. We are here today to discuss about the experiment to demonstrate that carbon dioxide and light are needed for photosynthesis. So children, here these both light as well as carbon dioxide are external factors because plant body absorb light, the chlorophyll pigment present in the plant traps the sunlight from outside sources, whereas carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere enters in a plant body through the stomata. So both the external factors here. And these both the external factors, carbon dioxide and light, are needed for photosynthesis. They are essential. Without carbon dioxide and without light, there is no photosynthetic activity. Therefore, both the factors are very essential. How they are essential, let us discuss it. For this, to prove this, both the factors, how carbon dioxide as well as light are needed. See here, the photosynthetic equation. Here the carbon dioxide, the reactant 1, this equation shows, and here the light, the most essential factor for the formation of the carbohydrate. Therefore we say that it's a photochemical reaction. Why it is a photochemical reaction? During this reaction, the light energy further converts into chemical energy. Therefore it is termed as a photochemical reaction. We say that carbohydrates are formed from carbon dioxide, water, in a chlorophyll there in presence of sunlight, and these are the products what are formed. The equation shows this. Here we have a plant. This plant is de-starch plant. What kind of plant we have taken here to prove this, to perform this activity? De-starch plant. How to de-starch the plant? If a plant body, a potted plant is placed in a dark room for the period of 48 hours. Minimum, how long the plant body, a potted plant to be placed in a dark room? Minimum for 48 hours. Then the plant becomes de-starch. It means the amount of starch present in the plant body has to convert into the glucose. Before we take the plant to perform this experiment, the plant body should be placed in a dark for 48 hours. We have to make sure, we have to ensure that the plant body which we are using to perform this experiment is de-starch. So de-starch plant body is taken. In this plant body, we have used the stand. This stand is called clamp stand. By using the clamp stand here, what is tied here? A conical flask is tied. And one of the healthy leaf from this plant body is selected and inserted in the conical flask, a leaf as shown in the diagram you can see. The mouth of the conical flask is tied up with the help of clamp stand, and after inserting the leaf in the conical flask, we have added KOH, potassium hydroxide. In place of potassium hydroxide, you can use sodium hydroxide also, NaOH or KOH. Both will remove, they will absorb the amount of carbon dioxide if it is present in this container, in the conical flask. So the flask is empty. Of course, it's an empty flask is taken, conical flask. In that flask, what we have added? Amount of potassium hydroxide, KOH. KOH is added in the flask, and the selected leaf is inserted in the flask. And the flask is further tied with the help of a clamp stand is fixed over here. In this way, after inserting the leaf in a conical flask containing KOH, potassium hydroxide, we have to keep a cotton wool soaked in lime water. The mouth of the flask is covered by using what? Cotton wool soaked in lime water. Why it is kept here? Why it is placed? The mouth of the flask is further covered by using cotton wool which is soaked in lime water, due to it prevents the further entry of carbon dioxide into the flask. Therefore, we have to cover the mouth of the flask by using cotton wool. The cotton wool which is soaked in the lime water. So there will be it will prevent the entry of carbon dioxide from the outside sources into the flask. In this way we have settled this. In the other, here these are normal leaves. This is normal leaf. This is all normal leaves. These two are experimental leaves. This is experimental leaf, and even this also you can call experimental leaf, which is covered, the leaf covered with black tar. Here, this black tar, which is placed over the leaf by using clips, this will reflect the sunlight. Instead, it will not absorb, it will reflect the, black. This leaf covered with black tar, the black tar will not allow the light rays to penetrate in the leaf. So, the part of the leaf which is below the tar, this black tar, will not absorb, will not receive sunlight. So, in this way, we have to settle. Then, what we have to make for the observation we have to do this, both the things, both the components, both the factors, carbon dioxide and light. So, first you can take carbon dioxide, this one, remove the leaf which was placed in the flask containing KOH, sodium hydroxide. From the bottom the leaf is removed. Then the leaf taken for the starch test do not show the formation of starch, because this leaf was placed in the flask containing KOH, potassium hydroxide. So that has destroyed the amount of carbon dioxide present in the flask. Therefore, there is no availability of carbon dioxide in the flask due to presence of potassium hydroxide, and that shows there is no formation of starch in the leaf which was placed in the flask containing KOH solution. We can arrive at this conclusion by making this observation. In the other hand, the leaf which is covered by using what? Black tar. That leaf also, if you remove the black tar from it and perform a starch test with this leaf also, this will also, the part of the leaf which was kept open, it was open, not covered by the tar. Here if you perform the starch test, this part of the leaf shows formation of starch, because the part of the leaf which was kept open could receive enough sufficient sunlight. So there is a formation of starch in this area. Whereas the leaf which was placed below the black tar do not receive sufficient amount of sunlight. Therefore, there is no formation of starch. In this way, we can conclude that both the factors like carbon dioxide as well as light are very essential needed for photosynthesis. So, by a simple activity, by a simple experiment, we can prove that both the components, both the factors such as carbon dioxide and light are needed for photosynthesis. By this, we come to know that light is essential. By this, we come to know that carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis. So, we'll stop here. Further part of this lesson will be continued in our next class. Thank you one and all.